right, it is Wednesday night. You know what that means. We've got another edition of Mud Mule TV coming your way. Both TV live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. This is the Senior Circuit NASCAR Cup. Yeah, I got it right. Senior Circuit NASCAR Cup. Oh, look at me go. We're at Martinsville Speedway, Martinsville, USA. This one is going to be a doozy. Martinsville, almost a half-mile long track, but that is mostly the straightaways. The 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, they are very narrow. This is going to be quite the endurance race. 80 laps. There's Chad Beesinger. We've got Michael Lemanzik, John Saunders, Craig Hawkins, Philip Peterson, Christopher Standridge, Tim Ruach. 7 cars have been out to practice. We still have qualifying, so some other cars may join in that time. We'll wait and see. Greg Legfoot Lank is also here. Let's see if he gets out to qualify. First car out, Christopher Standridge. See the 45 of Tim Ruach as well. All right, while we get some qualifying action going, keep an eye on the leaderboards for those times, and I'll be back in just one moment. Beautiful look at the train tracks here at Martinsville. No cars out qualifying. Looks like only the 4 cars have gotten out so far. Chad Beesinger 25.37, 25.84 for Tim Ruach, Philip Peterson 26.50, and 27.11 for Christopher Standridge. Don't see any other cars out there on the map, so we'll have to wait and see. Beautiful view of Martinsville Speedway. Still a minute to go. Let's just have a quick look at the entries, see if anyone else has jumped in. It looks like the same bunch. John Saunders, Michael Lemanzik, Craig Hawkins, and Greg Leadfoot Langford not qualifying. Yeah, there's at least 7 that were racing in the practice session there, Taz. But for those watching on other platforms, Taz has come over via YouTube asking if there's more than 4 cars tonight. Yep, 4 cars have qualified, but a few of the cars did have a bit of an issue with the speed through the turn. So I'm wondering if the qualifying laps may not have shown, or they've just not gone out to qualify. They're still trying to find some setups possibly to get around. That's Dragneel. Thank you so much for the like. Appreciate it. If you're here to watch someone race, let me know and I'll make sure we highlight them as best we can. We're going to go straight to our 80 lap main event. Oh no. Yes, we are. Sorry, it looked like we are going to go to a heat race then for a second. My timer got all weird. 80 laps here at Martinsville Speedway NASCAR Cup Car Action Senior Circuit. I'm going to have Chad Beesinger and Tim Ruark on the front row. Philip Peterson and Christopher Standridge on that second row. I think I've got a grid cam now. On that second row. Third row will be Craig Hawkins and John Saunders. And back there on that final row by himself, Michael Lemanzik. Thank you for the likes. Moist and Lolly. Appreciate it. Alright, this one. Might try and get a higher cam for the start. We'll try one of our dynamic cams. Just because this is going to be fun watching them get up to full speed. Justin Stone on Facebook. Bob, the man, the myth, the legend. Nah, just Bob. Just Bob. I would appreciate the kind words, Mr. Stone. How you been, brother? Fancy to throw out a pick here? 7 cars. Chad Beesinger, Tim Ruark, Philip Peterson, Christopher Standridge, John Saunders, Craig Hawkins, and Michael Lemanzik. Justin, which one do you feel is the one? We're about to find out in a second. 80 laps. This is the backstretch. They'll come into 3 and 4. Pace car's going to leave the track just here. Pit entrance. And then these boys are going to get this cup car underway. If you can get down a little bit closer. There we go. I'd have gone into retirement. Safe bet. But if you weren't in retirement, what car would you have picked? Right, off and racing. It doesn't look like they're a bit slow to get up to speed. That race into that first turn, and these dynamic cameras do not cover that speed well. Race leaders Chad Beesinger, Tim Ruark, Philip Peterson second and third. There's Christopher Standridge in fourth. Behind him, the mobile one of Craig Hawkins, John Saunders, Michael Lemanzik. I think we would have took Chad. Safe bet, safe bet. Chad and Rick came down to Chad and Rick Kelly, Rick Shotgun Kelly, but he's not here tonight. So Chad able to get the new season underway in preparations of challenging him for the title at the end of this season. Camera's really loving Christopher Standridge at the moment. Let's jump up to the leader. Let's check out Chad's run. See how he's going here. Nice and steady, midline. Yeah, Justin is very good in these cup cars. And he does have a damn sexy cup car. Let's, look at that. Look at that beautiful orange 23 Beast. That beautiful Mud Mule TV logo on the bonnet. Easily adds about a 10th. It was Rick Shotgun Kelly, so the point system wasn't correct via iRacing, and Christopher did the count, and yeah, Rick Shotgun Kelly was the official first season champion. So Chad, oh, look out, we've got our first casualty. The 5 car of Philip Peterson got loose coming out of 3. go back and see if we can. Oh, see what happens here. So this is the start of the lap prior, or the lap. He's going to come down that backstretch into 3 and 4. Let's just watch him. Oh, no, must have gone back an extra. Oh, no, there it was. Just a little bit too much speed on exit. That rear started to flip around. He tried to save it, got it down into the wall. First caution of the night. I believe they might be. I believe it might be like a 6 or 7 race season. But he did say that it was going to run throughout the majority of the year, so it sounds like it is mirroring the cup schedule there, Taz. Let's give the chat box another run. Let's see if it's going to work today. Got a couple of chatty guys. We'll see how we go. We'll move it up a fraction. Let's see how Taz and Justin go testing out my chat box. Looks out. We've 6 laps down, but Craig Leadfoot Langford, if there's ever been a nickname that would suit coming in a race 6 laps down and still want a challenge, that would be Leadfoot. So yeah, let's see how he goes. It's the 4 on our screens, 4 on our leaderboards. The leaderboards, the 88 John Saunders also in the pits. Justin and Taz, if you could just talk some, whatever, just dribble stuff in the chat for me when you can. That would be great. I just want to see if my chat box is going to work on the stream. I don't think it'll let me refresh it. Alright, 2 to go. Greg Leadfoot Langford going to get his car out of the pits in time before 1 to go. Hey, Ned, look at that. We've got a Facebook, we've got a Twitch, and a YouTube chatter. All right, that's working. I hope that is that legible. Can you read that stuff on the screen there, guys? There you go, Rick. If you're watching this, gonna have to send part of that trophy, the base, break a wing off or something. Send that Justin Stone's way. So does the text box need to be bigger? Is that okay? Let me see the Facebook chat. Should be coming through on the actual display. Looks like it's showing everyone's. I'm great, Net. Thank you for asking. How are you? Saw another game, another ghost game, Net, actually. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. But basically, the only way to get rid of the evil being is to yell "F you, witch" in Russian. It's like she split it, something like that. Anyway. Phone. Okay. Yeah, you might have to turn your phone sideways, Justin. All right, off we go again. Lap 12 of 80 underway. Looks like the 4 of Greg Leadfoot Langford is back out on the track. Still 8 laps down, so look for some wave arounds and stuff. Potentially there's more cautions in this 80 lap affair. Back around the track. There's the 45 of Tim Ruak. He's in second place. Oh, another caution has come out. This one, the 5, back in the pits. Did not see that happen. Let's looks like might have been a bit of contact with the wall and another car. There's the 5. The 88 is behind him, John Saunders. Oh, just lost a bit of traction there up into the wall. Unfortunately, got up in the way of the 88. The 88 had nowhere to go. Brings it to a stop. I did see when it was Martinsville today that it was potentially going to be a cautious affair. 20,000 hours in that. Holy gosh. Yeah, I did like playing that. I didn't fully understand it. Like, I mean, I did understand it, but I didn't fully, like, I was never sure what clues we were looking for, or how to look for them, or what we were looking for, and things like that. So it was sort of just a bit of a ride along when we played that. But obviously, good intentions. Good intentions. It was. I was the screamy guy, obviously, as you know, Net. So I get scared easily. Yes, Justin, cautions do breed cautions. That is something we do know, and never more true than on a short track. Look, the four might be getting a couple of waiver rounds that'll bring him back to his original 5 or 6 laps down, possibly. Nope, looks like he's settling in at where he's at. The 5 still in the pits. There he is there on our screens. Always fun when someone's like, "Don't say the ghost's name. Don't talk to it." And I'm like, no, Sandy. They're over there. They're up. No, that is one good game. That is a very cool game. Yeah, hard not to get wrapped up in it. Now, for those of you listening along and thinking, hang on, what game? This is Phasmophobia. JR Warner, one of my winningest friends on the sim. This guy just wins championships left and right. Kush, how are you, brother? All right, looks like we're going to come to the end of the 2 to go lap. We're going to be lap 19 when we do get this one back under green, but it'll be 1 to go. The cars will line up to a piece. It will be Chad Biesinger and Tim Ruark. Chad with pole. Michael Lemanzik and Craig Hawkins on the second row. Christopher Standridge, John Saunders on that third row. Fourth row will be Philip Peterson and Greg Leadfoot Langford, sorry, there. Oh my god, where's my phone? That stupid poster's back. And I haven't made anyone bloody yet. Mod yet. Moderator. Alright, let's turn the volume down so we can voice my phone. I don't want to report the comment, I want to delete it. Report as spam. There we go, hopefully that fixes it. Do not follow that link. Alright, we are off and racing again, lap 19 of 80. Lap 5 car still in the pits. It is Chad Biesinger, Tim Ruark, Michael Lemanzik in 1, 2 and 3. You do see the 19 of Craig Hawkins. Sorry, no, that would be Craig Hawkins in a third, Michael Lemanzik. John Saunders, there we go, in 4th place. Yeah, man, I will definitely set that up, Justin. Won't right now, but oh, might be. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with it. Every race I do, they guys sort of have different ways of handling incident points and things like that. So might be done, yeah. Throw some dirt on the track and hammer down. I could not imagine. Looking at it, I think this would be very much like USA, Martinsville. I think it would be very similar to USA International Speedway with some dirt on it. You would come hard down at the straightaway, onto the brakes, turn in quite nice and low, and just put that foot down, ride the fence all the way around. A bit closer to the action. There's the 19 in third place, Craig Hawkins. John Saunders behind him. Tim Ruark, sorry, the other way around, in front of him. Yeah, definitely. But I think similar. I think it would drive similar. And that little bank in the turns wouldn't be bad for the turn right to go left action. Cars just keeping a bit of a good run going here. Nice and sort of casual pace. Quick time is 20.603. Michael Lemanzik. Quickest last lap 28.04. Michael Lemanzik. So just 2/10 off the quickest lap. 25 laps in. Looks like we might have lost Greg Leadfoot Langford. Seems to have parked. Here's a car. He's going to officially be in 7th place. 7th and 8th, both out of the race, it seems. Isn't that what... excuse my ignorance, because I don't know a lot about American racing, but that Tony Stewart competition, and just for the other listeners for Twitch and YouTube, JR's asked, NASCAR just needs to either build their own dirt track for these cars or find a dirt track that would hold some good close racing with these cars. SRX, is that what that's called? Isn't that what basically SRX is? Isn't that basically cup cars on the dirt and stuff? Basically. You'd like to see the cup cars at Eldora? That would be interesting. I know they said there were dirt tyres for the non-dirt cars. Well, look out, the 27 locked up into the wall. Yellow flag hasn't come out just yet, but not sure what happened there. Just got all tight. SRX is done. Oh, is that over? Has Tony Stewart given up on it, has he? Maybe the Rock will buy it and put it alongside the XFL or something. Michael Jordan can take the 23XI team over and alright. Lap 31 of 80. Chad Biesinger in first. Tim Ruach second. Currently Craig Hawkins third. Fourth. John Saunders. Christopher Standridge in fifth. Michael Lemanzik in sixth. Had a lot of issues. Oh, okay, well, like technical, like car issues. SRS got bought by Skip Barber. Where's the new spam? I don't see it, JR. Skip Barber. I actually quite enjoy Skip Barber race cars on this sim. They're a lot of fun. When is the Mayhem? Mayhem round. What Mayhem round? Funds and issues with the boys. Ah, okay. I thought Tony Stewart just bankrolled it himself. Oh, look out, Tim Ruach, another casualty. Not sure what is happening on that back part of the exit of 4 along the front stretch. Sorry, the front part. They seem to just bite and grab the wall, and a little bit of damage there on that car, but he's still racing away in third place. Stand up with Barney in the Super Circuit with Chris going. Let's go at the track or Nerf gun and shoot the car. Yeah, that would be kind of entertaining. Not at here at Martinsville, because it would just go crazy. I wouldn't mind seeing some blue turtle shells and some bananas though. I love asphalt, JR. I really do. Asphalt's a lot of fun. Do enjoy the trucks, overall trucks, Gander trucks, whatever they're called now. Burn up the rear tyres, make them loose on exit. Yeah, that could be it. Some of them just seem to be already on the straightaway though, and then it just kicks out. Not so much on the actual exit of 4, but yeah, no, definitely feel like that is part of the challenge. I feel like driving a Ford might also be an obstacle. No. Coming up on the halfway mark very soon. We're at lap 37. It's about to be lap 38 as Chad Biesinger hits that start-finish line. Currently viewing the Who is it? Third, fourth, and fifth place. Tim Ruck. John Saunders is the yellow 88. Behind them, the 22 Christopher Standridge. Throttle control, a must. If you've got a tennis ball, throw it under the accelerator. That will prevent you from being able to go full throttle. Spinning that car out, that's an old trick. Old guy taught me once, a long time ago. Found on rubbish dumps, effed on race day. What else is there? Look. Australia big on the Holden versus Ford rivalry. In your case, it would be Chev versus Ford. But at the same time, geez, I love a good Mustang. Oh. Right, running on the nose of the 88 of John Saunders in fourth. You can see Tim Ruck just there and ahead of him. Getting through that turn. Looked like maybe just preventing a little bit of slip. The 45 up in front of the 88. But keeping it going nonetheless. Let's get up. It's the halfway mark. 39 laps to go. The halfway mark is done. I'm going to jump up to the leader and get a bit of a dark horse Mustang. Alright, let's just do a quick stealthy Google. Oh yeah, I don't know about the blue and the black, but yeah, that is nice. We've got shadow black, it's nice. Carbonized grey. Call the race, Bob. Stop looking up cars. Oh, but it does have race red. Oh, look at that. Alright, get off that screen. Yes, that dark horse Mustang is very nice. Oh, geez, it could be anything. Boys LS swap just about everything these days, Kush. You guys have Nissan Patrols, Land Cruisers, Toyota Land Cruisers? I know the boys put an LS1 in one of those recently. God, that sounds tough. Chad Basinger really in firm control of this race. But speaking of bagging on Fords, I did know a guy, well I still do know the guy, he's still alive, Bob, calm down. I know a guy who does have a an F-Truck, and it is a left-hand drive F-Truck. So always fun when you go for a ride with him and get in the wrong side every time. Go to the Speedway with him, where he's pit crew. Alright, just 33 to go. We'll be 32 once the leader gets through 3 and 4. At 49 will be underway. Chad Bessinger, a race leader. Craig Hawkins still in second place. Tim Ruark in third. John Saunders and Christopher Standridge fourth and fifth. Michael Lemanzik in sixth. Greg Leadfoot, Langford and Philip Peterson unfortunately retired some laps ago. The 32, who's the 32 in this division? I'm trying to think. Ute truck. Look, I'm Americanized enough to know that I know what you mean. A lot of the guys are driving like the bigger, actual Ute trucks. So the Navara D22s, even the Dodge Ram and stuff. The Ford Ranger, if you want to call it that. Right, we're on lap 52 of 80. Just 30 minutes in on this broadcast. It's only had a couple of cautions, 2 cautions so far. Exit out of 4 proving to be the biggest obstacle here at Martinsville today. And there he is, gets its next victim, the 27. See if we can see what might have happened there. Oh, did we go back too far? Alright, we'll keep watching. It looks like it's just going to be one of those. Yep, there it goes. You can sort of feel it. I've got a butt kicker on my sim, so I know that when it does start to go, you can feel it. And small chance of trying to save it, but geez, that's hard. Looks like all the boys going into the pits for this third caution with 27 to go. Fuel and tyres, an absolute must. All right, while that is happening, I will be drinking a Miller Break. Isn't Shotgun Kelly the 32? Yeah, he is. Sorry, yeah, Rick Shotgun Kelly the 32. Yes. No, you are right. That is correct. But yeah, not here this week. Alright, guys, while they're under caution, I will be back in just one moment. Oh, I was just tricking you before, Taz. I knew you were talking about Rick Shotgun Kelly. I was just testing you. See if you remember. Well, update on that report. Alright, looks like we're going to get this one going very shortly. They are lined up. Christopher Standridge will be our race restarter, so technically our new race leader. Chad Beesing will line up alongside him on the front row. Craig Hawkins and Tim Ruark, second row. Third row, John Saunders, and a lap down is Michael Lemanzik in the 27 car. All right, off we go. But the 15, Craig Hawkins, sorry, 19 of Craig Hawkins, bit used to the warm tyres, went to take off. Oh, wrong button, Bob. And unfortunately got it sideways. Up into the 45 of Tim Ruark. The 88 also unable to avoid that. That is our fourth caution. Watch those restarts, cold tyres. Yeah, it is. It looks like he's on a 45 lap pit run there, Justin. So, 46 of 60. So he's gone in on the 14th lap. I wonder if no, he wouldn't have been able to grab enough fuel then. Tasman, yep, Jim Tasman Wardlow in the 48. Yeah, I wonder how many of those guys don't like short track racing. I know that I was all geared up. Tuesday morning for me in Australia, and that's the I think it's like 10 or 11 o'clock is the start of the new racing week. So I always get excited and be like, all right, what do we got with the trucks and the cup cars this week? And I saw Martinsville, and I was like, yeah, nah. Look, I've driven it plenty of times, and sometimes I will just race it to get it out of the way, so it's scored for the week. But I don't know. It's just I don't like it. It's just it's not fun. You can be cautious and wary of around you, but other cars just don't. And yeah, it's just not fun. So Craig Hawkins just getting his way back out of the pits now. The 88 also in there. John Saunders. Mr. Standridge, our current race leader. Ed Beesinger second, Tim Ruck third, Craig Hawkins fourth, Michael Lemanzig's in fifth, John Saunders back on the track in sixth, Greg Leadfoot, Langford and Philip Peterson have locked down the seventh and eighth positions. Wheeler might have, yeah, I don't know. The late models and stuff aren't too bad because you just, you don't get up to that level of speed where it's a bit of a concern. But I don't know, short tracks just don't. I would say Bristol, if Bristol's considered a short track. Bristol's probably my favourite, but these trucks left the track. We're going to get this one back underway. See a fair bit damage on some of those cars. Lucky that there's only 17 laps to go as lap 64 gets started. Ed Beesinger easily gets the start on Chris Standridge there. Just so the dynamic cams really don't make it look like they're going too quick. But we know they are, but Chad straight up into that lead, 16 to go. Craig Hawkins has managed to get that race car up into second place. Mr. Standridge falls back to third, Tim Ruck fourth, Michael Lemanzig, John Saunders fifth and sixth. Going along with the 19 Craig Hawkins. There's the leader up there in front of him. Craig had been involved in, I believe, at least one crash, one caution. So for him to race his way back up into second, that has shown that perseverance. Standridge back behind him in third. Chris had the race lead for a little bit, but that last restart allowed Chad to get past him and get that lead running. Oh, looks like the 45 up a bit high around the 22 into the wall. We're going to settle in at fourth place. Michael Lemanzig not able to catch up to that particular incident yet. So Tim Ruck will be continuing to battle Christopher Standridge for third and fourth place. Oh, caution is out. The 45 coming unglued eventually. Had hit that wall prior, so if he was carrying a little bit of tyre damage, then certainly would be, oh nope, just up onto the strip there. They got the car loose, turned it into the wall. fifth caution. 10 to go. We're going to be about 6 or 7 to go when we get this one back underway. Dying stages of this race. All right, looks like the 88, who's only a lap down, getting a wave around. So John Saunders is going to have one last-ditch effort to try and crack that full top five. Oh, actually, he might even get started in the top five. Tim Ruak in the pits. He is the fifth place car. Forecasted on the track, Chad Biesinger, Craig Hawkins, Christopher Standridge, and Michael Lemanzik. There we go, the 88 gets his wave around all the way around. He is officially in fifth place. Go, you good thing. John Saunders handed a lifeline. And possibly crack the top three from here. Just got Michael Lemanzik in front of him. Then the boys, Christopher Standridge, Craig Hawkins, and Chad Biesinger at Triple C. Tim Ruak back in the pits. Sure, what's happened there? Not happy with something, or with the boys about to get to 1 to green. Lap 6 will be 5 to go when we get this one back underway. That's going to be one heck of a dash. 45 rolling out of the pits just in time. Still a lap down, but doesn't want to be 2 laps down. The 23 and the 19, Chad Biesinger and Craig Hawkins. That is the front row. Second row is going to be Christopher Standridge and Michael Lemanzik. John Saunders and Tim Ruak will be the third and final row for this 5-lap green flag finish. If there is a caution, we will be going to a green-white checkered. We'll extend it a couple of laps to ensure that they get the full laps remaining in. Full 2 laps. Right, here we go, green flag. We are off and running just as Tim Ruak come out of 4 and rejoins the pack. Chad Biesinger, just quickest car, back up to speed, not a problem in the world. Doesn't have the quickest lap time or the quickest last laps, but consistency, just speed and consistency there. 45 still not happy. Back down pit lane he goes. That will lock in 6th position for him. Christopher Standridge is currently 3rd. He is the meat in this 2 wides double layered sandwich. He's got the 2nd and 1st of Craig Hawkins and Chad Biesinger in front of him. I'll spit out what I'm trying to say eventually. Michael Lemanzik and John Saunders behind him. As we get to the penultimate lap, 2 to go. There it is, white flag, wave that, Barney. last lap. Looked like the 45 did get back out there. He is going to secure a 6th spot, but at least he got back out there. Oh, it looked like Chad got a little loose there. I'm not sure if it's just the angle of the camera. There's the checkered flag, though. Chad Biesinger, he is going to win this 80 lapper at Martinsville Speedway. 2nd, Craig Hawkins, Christopher Standridge 3rd, 4th, Michael Lemanzik, John Saunders in 5th, Tim Ruark in 6th, Greg Ledford Langford in 7th, and in 8th, Philip Peterson. Well, there we have it, guys and girls. That is the... let's have a look, see if we can find the schedule. Wow. No, I don't see it anywhere. I know Chris had it. I guess not. All right, guys, because that wraps up a pretty insanely fun 80 lapper here at Martinsville Speedway. 5 cautions all up. Justin Stone, even if he wasn't, if he was in the game, still picking those winners, but he's not, so he can't count that one. No, well done, Justin. Jump over to the Discord. All right, we've got Craig Hawkins in one of the Discords. We've got Chad in the other one, so we'll jump between the two. But we're going to start off with this man. Started off on the 3rd row. And look, I envy you big time. Short track racing is never fun. This one's a little bit bigger than a short track, but I feel like that's just because it has stupidly long straightaways. Those turns, definitely short trackish. But you raced your way after 5 cautions into 2nd, Craig. Congratulations, buddy. In terms of how you expected the race to go and how it went, what was it like out there?
Well, Martinsville is one of my favorite tracks, and Chad was tough. Didn't have nothing for him, but just try to stay out of trouble and keep all fenders on the car.
Definitely, definitely. Now, as one of the guys in the chat said, it definitely looked like at the end there, if maybe there wasn't that last caution, that you just looked a little bit more on rails than Chad did. Chad looked not loose, but looked like he was sort of having to push it a bit harder because you were coming. You did end up having the quickest lap on the track, 25.49, which came very late in the race, and then actually that was the last lap, 25.49 was the last lap. So, do you think? I know you said that you know he was good out there, and didn't have much for him. But do you think if there was a little bit of space between the cautions or less cautions with that run that was happening at the end there, do you feel like you could have built something?
Honestly, no. I raced Chad enough to know that he was probably holding back a little.
Yep. Look, and I know that too. Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to be on the track with Chad on the asphalt, and yeah, you can just tell when that man's having to work and when he's just sort of going through the paces. Not to make it sound like he's just sort of walking through it, but you know, definitely one of those guys that knows how to tame a cup car, and showed that here tonight. Now, Chris Standridge, Michael Manzik, John Saunders, a couple of the other guys. I think Philip at the start of the race, but he didn't have a very sort of great start. Best of luck to him next week. Wish him all the best. But there's a lot of competitors, a lot of sort of positional racing. Where do you find it's the best place to pass someone? It looked like exit out of 4 was a bit dangerous. Like you could pump a little bit too much speed into the tyres and it would lose traction. But where were you finding the best places to get around the cars?
I prefer coming out of turn 2.
Down that back stretch.
As long as you got to respect the throttle.
Definitely. And throttle control, yeah, absolute master. I was talking about. I've raced this track mostly in trucks, and I'm not a fan of it, just because it's just so easy to build speed, and I'm not. It's not like I don't know how to kill off a run or things like that, but it's just hard. It's just really hard to pick a line, and if there's a bit of real estate and you can't get the line you're more comfortable on, it can throw a massive spanner in the works. Now, cup cars. So, sorry, you said you liked this is you actually quite like Martinsville. A cup car's the car of choice. Is it the Wheelans, the trucks? What one do you really prefer to run here?
I like the trucks the best.
Yep.
Seems like they're more solid into the track to me.
Yep. No, definitely, I agree. The trucks feel like the easier car here to run. Some of the mods aren't too bad either. The more open wheel stuff, but yeah, it's an interesting track, and I probably don't give it as much love as I should. But no, you guys made it look a little bit easier. I saw in practice, tire wear seemed to have been an issue. I think you guys got about 20, 25 laps in practice. Were there any sort of anything you picked up in practice that changed the way you drove the feature?
I did 20 laps, and my tires still said 100%. So I'm not sure if that was a glitch or what. But
Yeah.
so I tried to push it a little harder in the race.
Yeah, the tire wear is a weird one because I'm not sure if you have to go into the pits during the live sort of session, so to speak, to lock in the change. That yeah, I've had a lot of races where guys have said, oh, I've just done 30 laps and my tires are still 100%, and it's like, well, yeah, the tire wear doesn't update unless like I don't know if it's at the end of the session. I hope it is because then that obviously make it a bit easier to tell. But yeah, more often than not, you're going to go to the pits just to get that updated tire wear because it can be hard to tell. I mean, obviously, if you race the corners here too low, you're going to wear that front right out, the front rear, front rear, right rear. It can also wear out. We saw a few guys get that where, they put the foot down and it just spins it out. It just points it towards the wall. Not sure where we are next week. I couldn't find the schedule, but hopefully a bit of a longer track. Oh, wait, does this matches? Someone asked in the chat, do you know, does this follow the actual NASCAR Cup Car schedule?
Yes, for the most part.
For the most part, so we should know that. Let's have a look. That's March. So many clickings. Here we go. Where are we? We're on April. Martinsville, so it's the NOCO 400. So Texas, I do like Texas. You looking forward to Texas? If it is Texas next week, you're looking forward to that track. Do you like that one?
Yep, no problem with Texas.
Yeah, I like those ones. Not quite a super speedway, but just a good long oval with a bit of a dog leg and a fair bit of real estate to play with. So no, that one's going to be fun. Look, well, congratulations, man. Congratulations both on managing to pull out the quickest lap of the race on the last lap, 80th lap, and it's the quickest. Congratulations on second place, and we wish you all the best with whatever other races you do have going on. But uh, friends, family, sponsors. That's the word I was looking for. Who'd you like to give a shout out to?
Mobile One, my only one.
Definitely. Well, best of luck, as I say, man, and congratulations. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that was our second place finisher, Craig Hawkins. Now we're going to jump up to the man of the hour. Uh, can safely say he led all laps, but unfortunately there was one caution where where Christopher had the restart and was able to run it until the next caution. So led 99.5% of the laps. Chad Beesinger, congratulations, man! Like that Cup car, you had that pretty much tamed from the get go. Is Martinsville and a Cup car something that you were enjoying? Like, well, it looked like you're enjoying it, but I don't know if anyone truly. I mean, some of the people I've spoken to have said they like Martinsville, but is that the case for you?
Yeah, I do. I love Martinsville. I got a lot more laps in trucks and other cars. So it was a little bit of learning tonight, but yeah, I really like the place, especially when you're with a group where you can get a bunch of green flag laps in.
Yeah. Now, obviously the cautions that did come out, they were all racing. There was a little bit of tire wear and throttle control concerns. There was only I think one or two that involved sort of contact before the rest of it played out. But it's 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 a tricky track for me. I was saying to the boys we're talking about in the chat about putting dirt on it and making it a better track, and I was saying that I feel like that if we put dirt on it, it'd be like a USA international,
Yeah,
sort of real long
yeah.
straightaways and those sharp turns. But How do you like? This is more a question for me because I don't know how to do it. But I race this track in cup car in trucks sometimes,
Hmm.
and I know that if you come back, if you go through the turns on the brakes in four, it's a very slow run out. You can shift back to third. You can cut back to third in the apex and change on the way back out. There's a few different ways to handle it. None of them really seem like the better way. What's the best way to handle the turns in terms of the speed and the gears and things like that here?
Uh, well, tonight I never downshifted. I left it in fourth the whole time. I don't know. I just, especially before that caution, I was going to be close on fuel, so
Yep.
I was trying to save a little bit there. But for me, I don't. I mean, it's years and years ago when Kyle Petty raced. I remember they always saying how good he was there because, he'd back up his entry and just be super patient, letting the car roll through the center and super patient with the throttle. And that's how I've always just done Martinsville. And most of the time it seems to work. It's just hard staying off that gas for that long, but man, it seems to work.
Definitely does. Now it looks like we've short a few guys today. Not sure if they're not got other commitments or not fan of the short track, but obviously you're battling Rick Shotgun Kelly yet again for a
Yeah.
championship. He's defending.
Yeah.
You're challenging. Um, got a few good tracks coming up on the schedule. I've seen Texas and then
Hmm.
Talladega as
Yeah.
the next two, and then Dover and Kansas. So Dover's the only one I'm probably not as familiar with. I feel like Kansas, Texas are very similar tracks. They're like your Las Vegas, your Charlottes, things like that. Um,
Hmm.
which ones of those are you sort of looking forward to the most, and which one do you think will be the challenging one?
Uh, Dover will be challenging, but that is the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
You have to drive it and you can't overdrive it. And Texas can be tough. Turns one and two. Man, if you miss your marks just the slightest bit there, it throws your whole lap off. So that one is a little bit tough. But no, they're all, I honestly I could not a fan of Talladega, but uh, that'd be my least favorite one
Yeah.
coming up.
I love
But
Tally. I'll race anything there. I'll race
yeah,
push bikes if I had
I've always, I don't know. I feel like have no control of my own destiny there.
to. Well, that is true. You do put the fate of yours and other cars in the hands of a lot of randoms. Can be fun. I'm racing a super speedway truck series at the moment, an Australian one, and it's we're just about to race our last truck race this week, and then it's on the cup cars, and I feel like that is where I'm gonna start to struggle, not struggle, but definitely need to grow. So no, I've enjoyed watching these races and watching you and the boys battle it out because it does gives me good tips. A lot of these questions aren't for the viewers; they're for me. In my own personal races, so no,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate that. Appreciate you being available. But no, look, it's going to be a fun season. Still a bunch of seasons. I know that at least this is what we're just about halfway through the second season of six track races. So it's been broken down into a great little sort of battle. I assume that's done in a way that then we can like build up the playoffs and all of that out of the different seasons and etc. etc. But no,
Right.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it. You're definitely a fan favorite. A couple of the boys in the chat
Oh,
um, come along and definitely called you out as the guy to beat. So and I
oh,
think,
nice.
like me, we're a little bit disappointed that we weren't scoring via the iRacing method last season, and that you didn't take away that season. So we'll see if you can do this one. You and Rick can just alternate. He has the odd one
Yeah,
picking up
yeah,
the evens, and we'll
yeah.
just.
It's been fun.
All right.
Yep.
Well, back to regular racing. I think next week Knucklehead iRacing League is back to full 5 races over 3 days schedule. So we'll have you back on our screens in no time. Obviously, until then, we wish you all the best. both as a team and individually with whatever other races you do have going on. Friends, family, and sponsors, though, go a long way in making all of this possible. Who do you need to give a shout out to?
Like you said, family lets it all happen. Sponsors would be nice though. I could use I could use some help there. But no, I appreciate you. Your broadcasts are great, and all the guys that show up.
Definitely. And you heard it there, guys. If you are looking for a great guy to get behind, you can easily go back through a bunch of the videos and you'll see him constantly in the top three, constantly winning, if not. So definitely a worthwhile guy to get on board. But in all seriousness, love watching your race, man. And yeah, hope that level of success comes your way soon too.
Yeah, well, and then with you on the hood, it's a lot of pressure
Definitely.
to stay up front too.
Well, look, I always say that adds it adds about a tenth, if not 2/10
Yeah,
to your time. So
yeah,
the boys need to slap one on there as well, just to be able to keep up. Like race speed, yeah, sure they'll catch up, but that logo,
yeah,
that's the push to pass power comes from, I
sure,
think.
yeah, I think so.
No, and I appreciate you and all the boys that do run that logo. It's awesome when I go in this particular race. Chris, another guy out there that does. So love it,
Yeah,
love it. All right, my man.
good deal.
I'm gonna let you go. We'll see you again Sunday night. Congratulations yet again, and we'll talk soon.
All right, Bob. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, man. And thanks for the like on the video. All right, that was Chad Beesinger, a winner here tonight. So, yeah, as you heard it, we've got Texas Talladega coming up. The next two races for the Senior Circuit Cup Cars Season 2 2024. That's us for the American Racing Series. We'll be back Sunday night American time, as I say, for the Knuckleheads iRacing League's Motorware International doubleheader. That's the Motorware International 360 Sprints and the Motorware International Late Models. Then, of course, Wayne's World Modifieds and the Run What You Brung series, wrapping it up on the Tuesday night with the Roberts Electrical Dirt Street Stocks. Friday night, though, Australian. So that'll be what, Friday morning, American, 8 p.m. AEST. We do have the Australian NASCAR E-Series, NASCAR Friday Night Truck, sorry, powered by Beat the Dark. So join us for that one if you wish. All right, guys and girls, thank you so much for coming out and watching Bobbeth TV via YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Big shout out to Justin, Taz, Ned, Kush. I think that was everyone in the chat. Moist as well, but you know, she's a little bit crazy. We can't keep her out. Yep, that was about it. Thank you all for joining in and tuning in and chatting away with me. Love yous all. Yeah, that's it. All right, guys, gonna wrap it up here. My name is Bob.